for tonight's game. And the tip goes to the four significant players for the Sky. And Rachel Banham going to shoulder a little bit more of the offensive load as she pours in the first bucket.
Well, why not? Rachel Banham has been hot, especially since Ariel Atkins has gone out.
Chicago comes in 12th place here in the league. Golden State flirting with the top 8. Remember, the top 8 make the playoffs, and they sit right at that 8th spot. They've won their last 2. The Sky looking to snap a 6-game losing skid. Second chance opportunity. Temi Fagbenle kicks it out. Set shot there for Veronica Burton, the Northwestern product, back and playing in Chicagoland. I know the whole Northwestern women's basketball team is actually going to be in attendance here tonight. Rachel Banham short. She's taken the first 2 shots. There's Kate Martin. Played her college ball at Iowa and is also an Illinois native. She always gets a big showing here when she comes to play in Chicago. Tosses it up. Carla Late was just on time, you could say, I guess, with that lay-in.
I was wondering how quickly you'd get in a late pun.
We showed you the starting lineups. The 15th different starting lineup for Golden State Valkyries. Facing off against Tyler Marsh, also in year number 1. The 2 head coaches, of course, if you follow the story, good friends and of course, co-coaches and assistant coaches on that Las Vegas staff under Becky Hammond. Won a couple of titles here together. Rachel Banham pulls up too strong. She's taken all 3 shots now.
I think she was a little more open than she anticipated coming off that ball screen.
Late penetrating, had the last bucket. Can't get it that time, looking to push it. The Sky looking to push a little bit of the pace. Kia Nurse in and out.
I like the pace right now by both teams. Golden State actually plays at the slowest pace in the league, but this is good rhythm for them right now. They look fresh.
In fact, Bentley will take the 3. You mentioned they will look for the 3s and how much they shoot it. Here's another look. And that time, Late drains it, all 5 points.
So they lead the league in 3-pointers attempted. And they're near the bottom in 3-point efficiency and accuracy, but they play the averages, Lisa. So even on a rough shooting night, they only need to hit 30% of those 3s to be effective.
And when you say play the averages, you're talking about, hey, we might miss a lot of 3s, but even if we make, you know, a handful, 7, 8, 9, 9 is what they average. That's even better. Obviously, a 3 is worth more than a 2, and that's the analytical reasoning in taking so many 3s.
Shooting 31% from the 3, which is what Golden State does, is better than shooting 48%, or the equivalent of shooting 48% from the 2.
Elizabeth Williams nearly got the pick off. The Sky open up 1 for 5. Here in this game, too strong. In fact, Bentley with an offensive rebound. Another chance here for the Valkyries, and knocks it home. Salon gets the bucket from the baseline, and Tyler to find ways to generate offense without their 1 and 2 scorer. Ariel Atkins, Angel Reese, both missing time here tonight again. Kate Martin, a little shoulder fake, baseline look. And some cold shooting out of the gates, really, for both of these teams.
Well, I expect it from Golden State, Lisa. They've had a tough stretch. This is their 3rd game in 4 days, including the back-to-back after playing at Washington last night, but I am a little surprised by Chicago's cold start.
Yeah, the Valkyries picked up the win against Washington last night, but arrived here in Chicago about 2:30 a.m. What's that mean? It means you get, you know, your hotel, maybe your head hits the pillow around 3 a.m., and then you got to reset for a game here tonight. Their first back-to-back of the season. In fact, Bentley just drills the baseline jumper. Against Chicago, she's one of the ones where you talked about different personnel changes. She played in Eurobasket, so she missed that first meeting back on June 27th.
And what she brings is, we've already seen it on the offensive glass, but her energy, her rim sprinting, the ability to shoot that face-up jumper.
Good finish by Elizabeth Williams. Good feed by Rachel Banham. You know, no Tiffany Hayes out with a leg injury, no Xander Lassini out with a foot injury, no Billings or Thornton out with an ankle and knee surgery, as Valkyries fans are familiar with. They've built a 12-6 advantage. There's Veronica Burton, the defensive pest, forcing a turnover, and the foul to Rachel Banham, her first.
It's early in this game, but right now Golden State is the team that looks like they're playing with more energy, more bounce, more rest.
And how much does that surprise you? When you look at Angel Reese, 17 double-doubles in 23 games played, 11 straight, and she did play in the last game against Washington.
Chicago misses Angel Reese when she's not on the floor, and it's not just because of her double-doubles, but it's because of the pressure that she takes off other players. For example, Camila Cardoso really benefits from playing alongside Angel Reese.
Rupert has entered the game for the first time for Golden State. Started in the last game for the first time. In her 5th game, signed a rest of the season contract for Golden State back on July 17th because of the injuries with the Valkyries. Kia Nurse for 2. Another three-pointer on the way. So far, Golden State has attempted 6 threes. They've made a couple.
And some of their misses have been off, have been way off.
Almost same spot, same result for Kia Nurse.
And that's not going to deter Golden State. They can come down and they can shoot a couple air balls or some bad misses 3, and they will come down and still take the same shot the very next possession.
You talked about the second worst three-point field goal percentage. They've taken the most shots, though, and average about 9.5 makes. Burton gets the bucket. Now Veronica Burton's first points. She had tied a season low with 2 points in that first meeting against the Sky as she pulls down the rebound. Coming off a double-double, though, for her. 10 points, 10 assists last night against Washington. An important win, head-to-head win against the Mystics. Here's Kate Martin, air ball.
And Kate Martin is saying that it was tipped. And she might be right. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because I'm not used to seeing Kate Martin just miss
that
everything.
poorly.
Right.
Yep, it'll be Valkyries basketball from the baseline of bounds. Michaela Onyenwere was one of the ones that was kind of questionable with an injury, but she is available. Haley Van Lith is not, and we've already talked about Atkins and Reese on the Chicago side. Obviously, no Courtney Vandersloot as well, who's out for the season with a knee injury. Kate Martin, the scrappiness, and that is one thing that stood out to you. This team, Golden State, they're scrappy. They like playing defense. They like getting on the floor. They like the blue-collar work, and they've been consistent with that all season long.
You know who they play like, who they remind me of, Lisa? Their head coach. I coached against Natalie when she was a point guard, a scrappy, tough, gritty point guard at UCLA back in the early 2000s when I was coaching at the University of Washington. And this is exactly, I'm prepping for this game. I'm watching these players, and I said, oh my gosh, they're the fighting Natalie Nakase. That's exactly who they remind me of.
And she said, credit to our front office, too, for drafting the players, getting the players who play like that. Kate Martin is one of them, takes the contact, but an offensive foul call against Martin. It'll be her first.
It's really good defensive play by Michaela Onyenwere, and that's what she brings to this Sky team. She was out for a couple games with a knee injury, and Chicago really missed her presence. She's a two-way player. She's not afraid to take it.
Victory is calling, it's in our bones. It's in our bones.
Because of the injury from the
Sweat is dripping, breath is fire. Push the limit, climb up higher. Every step builds our empire. We charge, we chase, we're here to claim. We're the thunder, we're the flame. Game on, let's take it home. We fight together, we're not alone. Game on, heart is zone. Victory is calling, it's in our bones. It's in our bones.
here tonight. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Uzun thinks about it, gives it up to Kia Nurse. Triple.
You have to be confident. You have to take it. It's the way they play.
Rachel Banham, good post touch. And Cardoso kicks it out. Uzun left open for a wide open three-pointer. Empty possession there for the Sky. There's a couple of different lead changes. One tie there in the first quarter. These two teams played a tight one back on June 27th. And a foul to Uzun, her first. And Veronica Burton will step to the free throw line. What was called a defensive 3-second call maybe on Uzun. And no personal foul call there. Rupert and Burton always looking for the next player. The deflection still gives it back to Golden State with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kate Martin for three.
I like that matchup, Beck Allen versus Kate Martin. I like Rebecca Allen's length versus Kate Martin's three-point shooting.
There's Maddie Westbeld. She'll tally some minutes and some time here tonight, and she looks like an old savvy vet with that move.
She's really had to adjust to the physicality of the game as a four. In my opinion, I think point guard and the four spot in the WNBA are the two hardest positions to play.
Her first two baskets against the Indiana Fever in the United Center, the moves that she made had me kind of do a double take and a jaw drop. They were really, really impressive, especially for a rookie.
I mean, she only made 2 baskets, but both of them were like, watch all the rookies in this league, across the league, just really mature as the season has gone on.
Westbeld, though, commits her first personal. Here's Burton with 6 seconds here to work with. Gets Westbeld in the air. Back to Martin with 2 seconds. Kate Martin's forced to put it up. Barely graces the rim.
Again, it's that length of Beck Allen against Kate Martin.
Rachel Banham can't give her that space. She'll get you from three-point territory. And a timeout by Golden State. 2 minutes we've played here in this. Well, June 27th won that one 83-78. We got another close one here tonight. Kalia Butler on the sideline for us. And coming out of this timeout. Both players missing significant players here tonight as Burton draws the foul on the penetration. And it'll go against Rachel Banham. On the third team foul, second personal. Well, you see, significant losses. Monique Billings, as well as Tiffany Hayes. Tiffany Hayes out with a left leg injury. She missed part of the game last night against Washington. She's sitting out here tonight. Monique Billings, it came out and it was announced today she's got a right ankle injury. So the Valkyries picked up Kyla Charles out of, who was waived from Dallas. So both teams having to make some late 7-day contract moves and some rest of the year contract moves.
Well, it's unfortunate, but I love what Veronica Burton said to Kalia in her interview is no excuses. Like, it's unfortunate. Both teams are missing key players, but no excuses. And these head coaches wouldn't have it any other way.
Looking for a high-low post-entry pass, but it's off of Westbeld last, so it'll be Valkyries basketball.
And you saw Golden State go to their zone, and you're going to see that a lot with Golden State. They do a lot of different things defensively. They make it really challenging for teams to get the ball inside. That's why they're excellent at defending the paint.
4 turnovers for Chicago. That's been their Achilles heel all season long. Opponents will average about 20 points off those turnovers this season. It's the worst in the league. Salon drawing the foul against Westbeld, so now the rookie's got 2 against her.
It's just a nice, crafty move by Janelle Salon. You want to talk about rookies in this league. She's definitely a candidate for an all-rookie team. She's having an all-rookie type season.
It's her first time playing against this guy. She also missed that first meeting playing in Eurobasket with the French national team. But she's 4th among rookies in scoring this year. She's 5th among rookies in rebounding. I remember you were really impressed the first couple of games when you watched her play.
You can just, I mean, you look at her, and you're right. This was back in May, early in the season, and I said she is a player, and she's overshadowed by the outstanding rookies in Washington and, of course, Paige Beckers, but she is a great young talent.
Knocks home those free throws. Valkyries perfect from the free throw line here tonight. Perfect 7 for 7. They're top 4 in free throw percentage in the league as a team. 5 seconds here to shoot. Beck Allen pulls the trigger, not there. And Cardoso comes up with it, tries to muscle her way in, gets her own miss. Look at the numbers around Cardoso, and it leaves open, and Allen, who drills the three-pointer.
That was textbook offense for Chicago Sky against the zone by Golden State. They got the zone to shift by moving the ball around, but they found a way to go inside and kicked out to an open shooter.
It's Chicago's 3rd three-pointer. It's Allen's first points here tonight. Rupert driving up against Cardoso and lays it in at 6'4" against 6'7".
Liliana Rupert is incredibly skilled, especially for her size.
Against Washington, she had 9 of her 11 points in the first quarter, had a really good start. Allen in and out. That's Rupert for 3.
That's going to be a problem for Camila Cardoso if she wants to just hang out in the paint. You can't do that against Liliana Rupert. She's not a typical center. She's going to guard Camila on defense, but offensively, think Steph Dolson. She likes to shoot threes.
Rachel Banham doing a good job drawing the shooting foul.
She's going to have to leave the paint if she's defending Rupert. Rupert is an efficient three-point shooter.
These are the first free throws for the Sky here tonight as Rupert takes a seat. What do you have to prepare for defensively if you're the Sky trying to attack this defense by Golden State? What are you going to see here tonight?
You're going to see Chicago really try to spread Golden State out. And if you can hit a few threes, if you can get their defense shifting, then that's going to open up driving lanes to be able to get inside and penetrate the paint.
Oh, the fadeaway is good for Salon.
You're going to see this rookie score in a myriad of ways tonight, Lisa. We already have.
Well, part of that French national team that won a silver medal last year's Olympics. Playing against Team USA. Banham short. Veronica Burton against Rachel Banham. Cross-court pass. Kyla Charles, her first shot as a Valkyries member. I mentioned that she just signed today for a 7-day hardship contract after the announcement of Monique Billings being out for some time. And count it, body bucket and 1 for Cardoso. And let's bring in Kalia Butler.
More desperation in these games. She says she's trying to be more aggressive, especially with the absence of Angel, and just finding her spaces and going ahead and
is to produce some scoring. Finger roll finish there by Burton.
But for both of these teams, Lisa, it's not just the fact that they're missing players. It's who they're missing. For Golden State, you're missing the only all-star in franchise history. And who also happens to have a championship ring.
Yeah, and Kayla Thornton, won the championship last year with Liberty.
So it's their leading scorer, their leading rebounder, and a champion, their leader on the floor and in the locker room. And then for Chicago, you're missing Ariel Atkins, another world champion. When she was with Washington, she's an Olympian. You're missing Angel Reese, their leading scorer, your leading rebounder. So it's the caliber of the players. It's who's missing for both of these squads.
Natalie Nakase had talked about 9 strong, 9 capable people dressing here tonight. And Tyler Marsh, you have a name for the Chicago Sky, right?
Well, if Golden State's going to be 9 strong tonight, then Chicago has to be 8 tough because they only have 8 players available.
No Haley Van Lith, no Angel Reese, no Ariel Atkins, and of course no Courtney Vandersloot. Backdoor cut. Boy, Chen. She's got an arm on her. And 3 turnovers here for Golden State.
Caitlin Chen played so well in game 1 against Chicago. She played 25 minutes. She had 10 points, a big and 1 basket that just really got the crowd into the game.
And both those minutes and points scored, career highs for her. Uzun, no look. They filtered it out to Nurse, who fills it up from 3. Gives Chicago the 1-point lead. A penetrating baseline take is good.
Another one of my favorite rookies.
7 points here tonight. Carla Late averages about 7, so she's right at her average here in the first half. Uzun gets creative. You can see her creativity in the last couple of possessions. And draws the foul on Late.
Playing with a lot more poise and patience than they have of late.
Benley, the kick out in the corner, look, rattles it around. And Kyla Charles has her first points as a Golden State Valkyries member.
Natalie Nakase was excited about acquiring Kyla Charles. Obviously not excited about why they had to pick her up, but she's a really good player, was with Dallas earlier this season, 3-point capable. And she's a Maryland product, so you know she comes in with a good work ethic and a high IQ.
Nakase said great presence and calm off the glass. Talk about great presence and calm. That sums up Elizabeth Williams as well. Largest lead has been 6 for the Valkyries and 3 for the Sky. That's how close this has been. And a foul on Uzun. It's her first. And the 5th team foul, so free throws coming here for Golden State. And a coach's challenge here by Tyler Marsh on the Late makes good on the second. Seconds from game to shot clock.
And Chicago losing that challenge being unsuccessful, that might come back to haunt them because it looks like this is going to be another close game like they had in game 1.
Especially with a really, really close game. But after seeing the replay, I don't mind Tyler Marsh taking a chance in that situation.
Tyler Marsh does not usually use his challenge this early unless he is certain of the call.
The Sky now 5 of 9 from the free throw line compared to the Valkyries, perfect 9 for 9 from the free throw line.
When you're on the road and you're trying to find ways to generate points, you have to make your free throws.
Tied at 37. About a second differential between game and shot clock. Here's Chen. Working off the screen, Chen penetrating, nowhere to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Not there for Salon. And that's the final shot of the half. 13 late.